have won the knife round. That means they get to start on CT side. So it's up to ATK to set the tone.
Dual Berettas in hand for Swisher, kit for Shake, utility on 3 players, but some of that's been tossed over to Junior. He still has armor. Lobby control for ATK. They think better of the ramp rush and look to be resetting back towards A. There's a Molotov and a smoke grenade, so perhaps they can molly Swisher off the top of hut. But then they'll walk. It's going to be a dry face, and Swisher's going to mow down one. Spongy and Junior pop for 2 more, making another one for Jonji. And missed him. He's going to try and salvage this round, but only 2 kills overall for him as John's mini flank comes in and finishes the job. 1-0 start for Bad News Bears. I think that's about what you could expect from them. No flashes for ATK made that take a whole lot harder.
Yeah, not the start ATK we're hoping for, but just the pistol round. So right now, are they going to force up? It's typical in this meta for a force buy to come through on either end after losing the pistol round. But ATK decides, you know what? No, they're going to go for the eco. Only a Deagle bot up here. That's it. Everyone else on Glocks on the ATK side. So Jonji with that FAMAS can really do a lot of damage. And that nade, in fact, connecting on Blaze, missed him, and Fady doing a ton of damage. Fady down to 3 HP, and Jonji now gonna tap away to get Mango. Swisher supports, and Spongy finds the touchdown on Fady. Everything going the Bad News Bears way in this round, and it should be done and dusted in the next few moments as Swisher finds MOTM, and Junior takes care of Mistim. There you have it, 2-0 for the Bad News Bears.
Relatively clean anti-eco. It's going to be good for the Bad News Bears economy, as well as for their confidence. Of course, the lone man to fall is their hyper-aggressive players. A technical pause now being called in the early going too, perhaps a TeamSpeak issue or something of that sort. Had a few of those so far this tournament, so that could be the issue here. As we sit though, Bad News Bears in the driver's seat. They are definitely controlling things for now. Can they keep this momentum up? Because if they let ATK into this game early, it could open wide up. And we've already seen glimmers of brilliance, at least from Mistim in the very early going. And we'll see if ATK can get a little bit more going, maybe get some of their other players involved, and some frags going their way could boost their confidence against what could be a decently shaky Bad News Bears roster.
Just waiting for the third round of play to get underway here between these two squads. ATK, I mean, that was just 2 very blisteringly fast rounds for them. The pistol round, they tried to charge into the site and got completely shut down by the Bad News Bears. And then that second one, well, excuse me, BNB, with some aggression towards outer yard, didn't let them gain any space at all. So what does ATK need to do? I mean, look, it's hard enough that you have to be on your T side to start out the map and lose that advantage on CT side. But for it to happen on Nuke after you've struggled throughout the entirety of IEM Fall, yeah.
Definitely an interesting one. But I think for Bad News Bears, they do have the confidence of recently taking out ATK on this very map and not wanting to play Mirage. I think is a good call, considering Mirage is the puggiest map in the pool, and it can very well turn very poor for an overdog in that scenario. We saw a bit of an underperforming Extremum go up against Liquid on that very map earlier today, and it went to overtime. Double O Nation against Furia, 16-13. So Mirage, I think, will definitely be avoided in the BO1 scenarios by most teams, and reasonably so. You're probably better off playing whatever map is there aside from Mirage, and Bad News Bears seem to be following with that reasoning. At least in their first 2 rounds, that looks to be the correct form. But again, we saw Bad News Bears with a strong CT side against Pain earlier, so I don't think we can get too complacent just yet.
No, absolutely not. I think the Bad News Bears are much better on their T side of Nuke as well, and they showed against Pain. Again, I'm not sure what happened there because they certainly have dominated on their T sides of Nuke many times before. They just could not find an answer against the Brazilian squad.
Yeah, you know, I feel like safe was a big reason for that though. And there is no safe on ATK. Perhaps MOTM can make safe his spirit animal and have a very similar result on the AWP. Wondering what the delay is here though. See, okay, so we have some loss issues going on. So things are potentially going to take a little bit longer here. Hopefully that does get solved very quickly. Loss can always be a very deadly thing to deal with, and, well, neither of these two teams want to play a match with so much at stake, at least for Bad News Bears. For ATK, they're fighting for honor, for knowledge, and pride. We're going to need to wait this one out and see how it goes. But looking at the rest of this bracket, John, since we have a little bit of time to look over things, looking at Group A, so far only Liquid and Pain have played 4 maps. Liquid, solid 4-0. Pain at 2-2. There is opportunity for the likes of Pain, Extra Salt, Extremum, and Bad News Bears to make it into that top 2 spot. There is a chance, but right now, Extra Salt do have the advantage sitting at 2-1. So, they win their next game, they very well might secure themselves a spot in the playoffs here.
That would be absolutely incredible for Extra Salt, of course, as they've slowly but surely been creeping their way up the ladder, and their rise has obviously not gone unnoticed. They've been to Europe a few times now to play in some tournaments and also to play, at high levels of play against those European squads. So it's great for them.
It is indeed great for them, but folks, we're going to let the admins figure out what's going on here. We're going to swap to a break, and when we come back, we'll have the result or the rest of Nuke coming right up for you. See you in a minute.
It's just the way we live. We own it. 'Cause stop, we love the thrill. We know it. It's just the way we live. We're grown-up kids. Just the way we live.
Yeah, they done told me to be myself. So when I went and found myself, the ones who told me back then be true to who I am ain't think we was really gonna win. Now they watching us from the sidelines while we trying to victories like we in high tides. I'ma getting my prize. Only thing my eyes is locked in on. Have a milli mine. I want it right now. Don't waste my time. Family in a penthouse with a view sky high. Blood, sweat, and tears bring more to my eyes. 'Cause a whole gang winning. I done gave my life. Odds low, but we did it, ain't we? And we always moving, never on the same thing. Now our lives are highlight reel. We like the thrill. This life's ideal. The hype is real.
We know it. It's just the way we live. We own it. 'Cause stop, we love the thrill. We know it. It's just the way we live. We're grown-up kids. We know it. It's just the way we live. We own it. 'Cause stop, we love the thrill. We know it. It's just the way we live. We're grown-up kids. We're grown-up kids. In the dark, stop.
Everything has stabilized, at least for now, so we can get back into Bad News Bears versus ATK. I'm Boggs, joined by JRT. And here we have the first gun round coming out from the South African roster, going up against, I can't even call it a bonus for BNB, because Spongy and John G are so low on cash, they're heavily invested.
Yeah, I think they'll be able to get some support from Shake, Swisher, and Junior next round should they lose this one. Certainly a possibility given that ATK have those AKs across the board, and they've used their utility to set up a wall of smokes. That will be completed now with the final smoke, but spamming through it is Junior. He was blinded, but he got Mango down to 8 HP, almost finishes him off, and now gets MOTM. So ATK showing way too much face after this wall of smokes. Blaze actually gets Janji through the smoke, but it's Junior again with the A1S doing all the damage for the Bad News Bears. Now on to a 3K as Fady and Mango are the last two standing. Now Mango had already snuck through to Secret, but now Fady, after getting getting Spongy, mixed Fady and Spongy together, but he's down to 8 HP himself. 16 HP combined, and I don't think that's enough to come out with the round here as Fady gets sprayed down by Sheikh Zula.
Now it's all down to Mango, and his health is incredibly low. You can sneeze on this guy, and he'd probably fall dead. Just going to creep around with the bomb on his back. Do what he can to, at the very least, get a couple more kills. Or at the bomb plant, I think, would be redeemable here out of this round for ATK. Granted, wasn't against the best of buys from Bad News Bears, and now they have an AK in hand. And potentially another one to recover. Swisher's holding. It's a good angle from him, but down goes Mango through the vents towards B. And look who is the Guardian here on B. It's Sheikh Zula. He's almost like a Minotaur guarding the maze down on the B side. He's always here. He's not going to be able to stop this plant, but his Molotov very well could. Oh, it's a tad bit too late, and Mango's escaped. He's gone to open the double doors, but they're still ready for him. Sheikh swinging around. No kills found just yet, but the bomb plan for Mango is definitely, at the very least, what he would have liked at a bare minimum. And he's going to save that AK too. So in the end, not terrible for ATK. He can drop that AK over, and that's going to make their buy a whole lot stronger.
Yeah, I don't mind the hard save in that situation. Like you said, you got the bomb plant, extra $800 in the bank account, the AK saved over, and he can throw that down for MOTM or missed him. Assuming they want to invest in this round, which I don't see why they wouldn't, because they have more than enough money to get AKs across the board with utility. Could even opt for Galils if they want a little bit more of a boost in that utility department, and that's what they're going to do. Timeout going to be called here by ATK to talk things over. And the decision ends up being 3 AKs and 2 Galils and only 3 pieces of utility missing. So that's not too shabby for the ATK side. The Bad News Bears are going to continue running the FAMAS from the previous round. I think Swisher probably either has a gun for himself on the ground or he's going to buy something up very shortly.
Yeah, I think he has something dropped because he had an AK from the last round, perhaps, or M4. Okay, M4A4, a rare sight these days in the hands of Swisher. Junior has his op already, and he will love to make some magic with it. He's not going to get that option just yet, perhaps, unless it's a smoke shot. Mango's already in towards Secret Stairwell. And the rest of ATK is patrolling the outer yard, aside from Fady, who's holding in towards lobby. Junior, though, he drops down. That's a good opener onto MOTM. And they'll continue to hold. The rest of the Bad News Bears side are just going to reset and wait for ATK to walk on in. Junior could get caught offside, though, and missed him. He's going to get that Opper dead. Good trade by the IGL, but they still have a Spongy to deal with, and he's ready to soak up these players.
Spongy gonna face with missed him, and yep, he wins that pretty cleanly, in fact. Blaze comes around the corner, also loses to Spongy. In the meantime, I mean, Fady at least makes a little bit of noise, takes down Jonji, but still it's a man advantage with Shake pressing in towards lobby. He has a flank on Fady, who actually goes down to Spongy as he's trying to go down the vent. Now Shake will be traded out by Mango, but does all the damage needed as Swisher wraps it up for his IGL. 4-0 in favor of the Bad News Bears, and they have had to invest quite a bit round after round, but they've still been able to get their economy under their feet. And that means they'll have a couple A1Ss, the A4, and an AK and an op into this round. Over on ATK side, because they keep getting these bomb plants, Austin, they are also able to reinvest into the rounds. But they want more than those bomb plants. They want to get these round victories so they can start to make some noise on their T side. That's what Jonji smiling.
It's really good to see Jonji in a good mood. It means that Bad News Bears are probably overall in a good mood too, which is a very good sign for them. Jonji's holding outside. He sprays away, almost a kill, but MOTM is the unlucky player to get tagged down to 15 HP. B will be their destination, and Sheikh Zula will maintain his post. Ready as ever, but looking the wrong way. He's not looked, though. He's overlooked. He's not cleared whatsoever. Does go 1-for-1. Molotov in towards back silo from Junior. Will stop the back silo plant if that was the case, but instead they're going to plant it into the open Astralis plant, and Swisher will dome Fady to make this retake even more possible. MOTM from the Cubby area is in a good spot to get a headshot, but Bad News Bears are all grouping up. They're going to use their utility. They're going to bust into the site. With a low HP on Blaze and Mod, it's not going to be an easy hold.
Yep, Spongy and Swisher come in as a cleanup crew. Mango left opens up the doors. He's smoked off. They can really just stick the defusal. Instead, they just riddle Mango with bullets. And that's going to be a 5-0 lead for the Bad News Bears. But again, another bomb plant with full loss bonus. ATK can run the rifles once more.
Yeah, I mean, that's been the story of this game so far on their T side. And if you go back to their series earlier today against Extra Salt, you know how many rifle rounds they had? A lot. But did they get a lot of rounds for it? It was very much of the same.
Well, ATK sending a couple players in very quickly in towards lobby. MOTM does a lot of damage on Jonji and Spongy. So that's good news for ATK, but they don't really get the opportunity to gain the space into the A site they were probably hoping for. As Blaze decides to head right back on up to the T roof and join up with 3 of his teammates towards the outer yard. They're going to line up that wall of smokes, of course. Could just be a decoy, because they're not committing towards the outer hit here at all. That's a deep wall of smokes as well, which gives you more options.
perhaps
Oh.
a wrap will come through. Oh, that's just mean, John G. But that's tempered aggression you were asking for, John.
Yes.
That kind of flash combination, he takes the peek, he falls away. That's the kind of aggression you wanted to see from John, and that's the kind of peek they deliver right there. Junior with another kill. Shake still here towards back box. Line up for 2. Might be a third, perhaps not, as Blaze is still there, throwing a Blaze out towards Helm. But Junior will not be burned by it. Blaze last alive. Could catch off John G. Could be cut out by him, and it will be the latter. Again, just to touch back on that aggression. Perfect flash outside. Quick swing. Gets the kill. Fades away. Nothing overzealous. No overextending.
No, absolutely. It was a great play. See the flashbang right here, and Janji swings right around with that flashbang supporting in order to get the job done. Shake, great hold towards that B ramp, and he racks up 2 more to his name. Another timeout called by ATK. They've already burned 2 of them, and we're only 6 rounds into this one.
Yeah, it's very early to have used 2 of your timeouts. I hope ATK has something special up their sleeve because things are going to be a little bit rough right now for them. So, got that bomb plant too. I don't think they can full invest here, John. It's going to be pistols at the very most, and Glocks
I mean,
are okay. They're going to have buy.
yeah, you have to go for a half buy here. You could have gone full Galils and forced up again, but they have to end that little streak, so
Yeah.
they will. 4 Deagles, the smoke, and the PG-50 coming through here for ATK. Blaze. Oh, he might be trying to push out quickly here into Hut and find an opening headshot with that Deagle. Mango around the edge of the smoke. Will he have an edge? He does. Jonji goes down after finding only 1. Swisher gets faded. Spongy drops Blaze. Yeah, well, after 1, it's just all bad news bears here. Mango, the last one standing, manages to grab an AK off the ground, but Junior quickly tears it right back out from his hands. And that will be that. Bad news bears on to 7, almost taking this half. They just need 1 more round to ensure they'll have a lead into the second half.
Again, that initial outer contact was a good flashbang from Junior to allow Janji to peek. There was the perfect trade potential there from ATK, however, so I don't think Bad News Bears will use that setup once again. Perhaps use the same flashbang, but peek a little closer. Make sure you can get that closer kill first. Not have a trade coming back the other way. And leveling it up at a 4v4, especially when the guns are out for ATK as they are here and now. Modem going aggressive with the op. Picks off Janji in towards Minis. The one time John doesn't try to go aggressive, he gets caught out by MOTN. That's a little unfortunate for him. But ATK start out with a man advantage here. And now it's time for them to take control of the outer yard. They have Mango down in lower tunnels as well. There's a lot of options for the South African squad. If they play their cards right, they very well could break that goose egg.
Swisher tucked in next to the vent, gets 1, and Mango with a nice trade flying on through it, but you still have Spongy on the site proper, and he's going to find another one to his name. 3v3, flicking back and forth. Mango overwhelms him, but Shake has the information, and Junior's going to join him. Making a lot of noises, Junior. I think he's trying to convince him that he backed off of this play towards heaven, but no. He throws the nade down, and that actually won't connect for a frag. And Mango, the low HP player, Dome Shake Zula. This could be the first round on the board for ATK. Junior going to need to pull off a 1v3 in order to get this done. He has 10k in the bank. Swisher a little low on the money, so maybe saving this AK is not the worst of ideas. I think doing the damage to ATK and getting another player taken down wouldn't be a bad idea. Did they just back off the site completely with time left to defuse? They did. Junior can jump on this one. Ah, no time now. But it was close. A little too early there to back off, I think.
Yeah, just a tad bit too early. I guess, I mean, Mango should have been the one to back off of anybody, given the fact that he has no HP. But it doesn't matter. ATK, they still win their first round of this game. That is a very good sign for them. They've finally broken that streak. And the money for Bad News Bears is not the best. Spongy and Junior have cash. Everyone else is in a bit of a danger zone. If ATK can win this next round, perhaps it could start a string on the T side. But I don't know if the Bad News Bears will be caught with their pants down 2 rounds in a row. Utility towards the outer yard coming in here from ATK. MOTM's op will not go to Silo. Instead, it's going to be Mango jumping around. And look who's waiting for him. Aggressive outside yet again. It's none other than Janji. And that's a good start for the Bad News Bears.
Couple of flashes going to come out here from MOTM on the ATK side, but as you mentioned, good start for Bad News Bears with John G finding that opener on Mango. Now he's going to drop down into the vents. As Fady will occupy the space near Squeaky. Bad News Bears, very patient here. 1 minute on the clock. A Molotov flies at Spongy's feet. Swisher has a peek towards Squeaky, and he will go down. Spongy now the only one on the A side proper, and he gets a 2K standing on his head to get the job done here. Fady charges forward. Spongy expecting it. He does the damage, but cannot find the frag. Now it's up to John G to clean up the mess, and he will get one, leaving Fady on 1 HP for Shake to take care of. 8-1 in favor of the Bad News Bears. They do indeed find themselves a guaranteed lead into this second half.
They're going to be happy with that round. John G, a lot of good work done by him. But Spongy, that anchor ability he has is something that I like to talk about a lot. And we can see this on the replay here. That second kill, he has no business getting that, and he still flicks over well. He almost gets the third, too. Fantastic anchor work by Spongy. Looks like we have another technical pause called. Perhaps that loss issue is rearing its head once again. We'll wait for the admin's word on that. But John, for ATK's sake, what do you think is the answer to their plight here? Because whatever they try, aside from that one opening kill they got outside, there really hasn't been anything going their way. In fact, most of it has been a decently cleaned up round for Bad News Bears.
I would say try to bait the aggression from the Bad News Bears. Sometimes they fall into that trap. So, use your utility, some flashbangs toward the outer yard, and then hang back instead of pushing forward. Even try a wall of smokes, a narrow wall of smokes that's more red box to secret, of course, and then wait for someone to peek out, perhaps from Mini or Garage, and have a good angle to hold from towards T-spawn. So, I don't know. There are some options here, but for ATK, it's just a matter of lack of experience. I think I've talked about this through every match that we've casted for them. It's a tough go. They've got a lot of tough competition in this group.
This group really was almost a group of death for pretty much everybody in this on their side. I mean, Liquid, they're the ones with the easiest stay. Extremum have actually been challenged quite a bit. Pain, Extra Salt, and BNB, regular teams in the North American online tournaments, and this is no different. The fact that they're all in the same group means that they kind of did get the short end of the stick. I mean, you look over at Group B, and Triumph have a chance to make it to top 3, or to top 2 even, despite having a forfeit against EG. That's just an incredible turnaround in and of itself, the way this tournament has unraveled. And even now, BNB still have a chance to make it to playoffs, granted that they do beat ATK and then win their next game, which, if memory serves me right, is against Extremum. So it's not going to be an easy one. In fact, it's going to be quite difficult. But a lot is going to come down to that final BO1 for the Bad News Bears.
Oh, it absolutely will. It's going to be very interesting down to the wire. Looks like we have FPS issues coming through for one of these players. All right, well, we'll see if that gets resolved. Are you a fan of any of the Counter-Strike skins, Boggs? Do you collect those skins at all? Use them in game?
I will say that when the the A1S got buffed, I did go out and get a player too.
Okay.
I very much enjoy that
nice
skin.
one.
Yeah.
No.
And I'm aware. I feel like Stat Track ruins it because it's right on the face.
Oh.
So I just got stock, no Stat Track.
Very nice. Yeah, I find the stat track can get in the way sometimes, but one thing I was really happy about is the release of this new case with the operation, because they have Gamma Doppler skins for all of, I think, the series of the butterfly knives, and actually might be all the knives in general that have ever been released. So that's really exciting for me, because my dream knife is a Phase 4 Gamma Doppler butterfly knife, which is, of course, one of the most expensive and rare ones, but it will exist now. So maybe one day I'll be able to pick that one up.
Or you get lucky on a case. Who knows?
Oh God, don't know.
Oh, I should not have said. I'm sorry.
No, I've spent too much
sorry.
money. No, yeah, I've spent too much money on cases. It's enough now. I've gotten my fair share of lucky unboxes, so I think I got like 3 gloves and a few knives, but still, it's it's better not to do that. Just buy the skins you want, honestly. Shake Zula's gonna open things up here as we're back into the action with a couple of frags. MOTM missed him go down. John G playing the outer yard, does get one again, but he's traded out. Blaze can't retrieve the rifle just yet because, of course, it's being watched by the Bad News Bears. And I mean, this is pretty much how almost every round has gone for ATK towards this outer yard when they try to hit it. Janji gets a trade. The Bad News Bears kind of shut down any kind of pressure that ATK attempts to apply, and then the round's pretty much over.
As flashbang there, as Bad News Bears continue to mop up the half buy from ATK. And Blaze, he has an AK. Can he get at least one more kill for his squad before they eventually concede the round? He's down and lower, making sure nobody's on the flank. And he has an opportunity. Shake is very low. Swisher's out in towards Mini. He's spotted and finished. But Junior's still. I thought Shake was going to be the next one to face. Junior's here. Junior's arrived, never fear. 9-1. A little messy for Bad News Bears considering 2 casualties, but overall, don't think they'll be too upset about that one. ATK back on the buys, though. No op for MOTM. Nothing to counter Junior with, who is sitting at 11-1 in terms of kills to death. Only at 74 ADR, but, you know, the op not necessarily the best gun in terms of actual damage. You can get quite a bit of kills with it, but sometimes there are many rounds where you just have to save or you don't get too many shots fired off.
Yeah, despite that loss against Payne, by the way, Junior still went 21-16, and Sheikh Zula 23-16 with a 93.4 ADR, and both those players are doing quite well for themselves here against ATK. This time with a much more favorable scoreline, of course. They're looking to get into double digits now. ATK decided to post up in lobby, but Blaze took a step too far. The nades fly into Hut and finish him off. 5v4. Shake is waiting over in ramp room. He backs off of it because a flashbang was thrown, and he knows he has the support of Junior from admin. He'll drop MOTM. Shake now going to spam away. He's flashbang, but again, supporting cast comes through. Janji with 2, and the Bad News Bears find a 10th.
And a flawless 10th as well. They don't lose a single player. Good for their economy, although we are running to the end of this half here as round number 12 is about to commence. Bad News Bears, they've hit cruise control a while ago. They're leaning back, driving down Pacific Coast Highway, top down, letting the wind blow through their hair, just having a good time. ATK, they're trying to get into this one, but almost feels like they're riding on a moped compared to like a 70s Corvette convertible.
Well, look at that quick hit here from ATK. It's not going to materialize into anything, though. Swisher and Spongy get a couple. Now MOTM missed him, and Mango decide to fall off that quick hit momentarily, but 3 of them stacked up in Squeaky. There's a Molotov out there. They throw the smoke into it and try to drop down into vent. So much damage taken. MOTM gets one, but he had the bomb.
Oof.
I mean, Bad News Bears were the one to make the mistake last time with this bomb going down into vents, but ATK, this time they're the ones that will have to deal with this situation, which will almost certainly lead to a round loss, because here's Shake watching, waiting for someone to come at this ramp. That's the easiest kill he's going to get probably in this match. And Mango is the last one stuck in the vent, spotted out by Swisher. That's a really interesting info hop.
Yeah, I like it. I'm probably going to steal that too, as someone who likes to play Nuke a lot. I'll have to go thank Mike later for that one. And he's just going to keep on making noise up and down the ladder too. He might get caught though. His feet are blown up and, well,
What is he doing?
can't climb up the ladder without some toes. All comes down to Junior, who is peeking a little too aggressively for my taste. Mango going to actually throw out the flashbang. Could technically fake flash that one, but it's just going to be Junior. He landed the shot with the deagle. Thought Mango was going to go for one of those throwable grenade. Drop your grenade up into the air. Try and go for the fake flash that way. But timeout called now by ATK. And let's watch some good plays here again. Janji's so much damage there. Almost seals the round then and there. Plus, get that bomb dropped outside. That's just a little over-aggression there from Swish, but good little finish there by Junior.
Yeah, Bad News Bears are having a little bit of fun with this one. There's no doubt about it. And ATK calling another timeout to talk things over. I mean, they've done this quite consistently throughout all their matches, and I do understand the strategy. When you see the momentum kind of flying away in favor of your opponents, you want to try and stop it whenever you can, but Usually it's best if you can find a win after one of these timeouts and put together a decent strategy. I think they wanted to talk over. Here they wanted to talk over if they were going to go for the force buy, which they very well could have, but instead decide to get the deagles and a limited amount of utility. ATK immediately going to charge out here towards the other yard, but they don't really have much utility, as mentioned, so Junior and Jonji, with a few hops, will be able to spot them out. Junior does go down. That's a pretty nice shot from Mistim, who gets a second here, and a third. Swisher, his latest victim, and Mistim. Are we going to see another pop-off round for him?
We very well might. I would like to add again and stress again that this man is the IGL for ATK, and he is dealing some significant damage now. Smile on Spongie's face despite the more or less grim situation in 2v2. They do have the weaponry advantage and the HP advantage, but the bomb is still in the hands of Mistim, and he's working around behind. Fade's just waiting for a cross to timing. Fade could have got killed in the back, but Spongie decides he's going to walk towards ramp instead, clear that first, and now walk back in towards Fade's angle. Did Fade sense something? He seems to be getting antsy. It's now Mistim's working in through heaven, but here comes Spongie from behind. It's going to have to be an ace for Mistim to be able to pull this back. It is doable. He has the time, and he has a decent amount of utility. Now he picks up a flashbang. There's nobody here on the actual side itself. Spongie is out towards Hutch, Shake over towards B, where Shake's always towards B. Honestly, like, Shake's always there. He's always a problem dealing with Spongie. Such an aggressive angle! And Mistim almost punishes him. Is a little more health. That very well could have been a 1v1 that Mistim wins.
Could have been, could have, would have, should have, but for Mistim, still a nice effort in that round. 3 beautiful shots with the deagle, but he was by his lonesome. No one else could really support. And the Bad News Bears now up by 11 rounds, heading into the 14th one. This looks more like the CT side from the Nuke of old. They used to be even more heavily favored towards that CT side, but they made a lot of good changes to balance the map out.
Yeah, I think the map's in a decent spot right now. I always enjoy playing it. It's always fun to watch, too, so it's good to see more teams on it. Jonji's picked the secondary op for Bad News Bears, which I don't think I've ever seen in my time watching the squad, but Shake goes for an info peek, and Mango denies him. Junior, however, will pick off Mistim. The almost hero of the last round is now the first victim of the ATK side, as BNB will continue to try and grow their lead here. 2 more rounds to go. 4v4 scenario, but the utility is very low for the attacking squad. Fady, you could find Swisher, though. If Swisher goes a little too aggressive, Fady's waiting for it. He knows he's here. And Swisher, too many different angles to check, is taken down. Blaze has a pub stomp potential onto Spongie, but no! He turns around at the right time, catches the next one, and the anchor buff from Spongie is in effect again as he takes out Mango as well. Nade goes deep, dunk onto MOTM, and Fady, the last alive, wondering what happened to his teammates. They got absorbed by Spongie. And Junior will come in for the backstab on the last. 13-1, Bad News Bears, well above ATK's scoreline here on Nuke.
Well, you try to counter Spongie, but he's just too strong in that anchor roll on the A site. He's gotten, I think, 70 or 80% of his frags just standing behind the silos on A site, which is impressive. So he's up to 18 now, leading the charge. Junior, though, 16-2. He's only tied twice in 14 rounds. That's a stat and a half. Fady gonna be spamming through the smoke here. Towards Squeaky. Swisher jumps down, sees the tracer fire. I think he wants to try and go for a full spam of his own, but he's being quite patient now. A little bit of a connection from Fady, unbeknownst to him. Jonji, in the meantime, and Spongie get a couple, and there's the third for Spongie, his 20th on the half, and it's just going all the Bad News Bears' way, 14-1, as we head to a break into this second half.
Seems like I can't get away from the hot sun. Always night and never day. Even when I wash the floor, the dust still comes. Keep on hunting for the bread. No matter how lost, need no light, no spark. I'm in line mode. With my eyes closed, I can see in the dark. I'm a quiet storm, far from calm. I know you feel me, brother.
Seems like I can't get away from the hot sun. Always night, it's never day. Even when I watch the floor, the dust will come. Keep on hunting for the prey. No matter how lost, need no light, no spark. I'm in line mode. With my eyes closed, I can see in the dark. I'm a quiet storm, far from calm. I know you feel me, brother.
Lost that one.
Bad News Bears definitely showed up strong on their defense. ATK were kept in a cage, made to dance to their fiddle, it seems. Here we go, half number 2. ATK have had some good second half pistol heroics. John, is that streak going to continue here?
Well, not if Swisher's dualies have anything to say about it. 30 rounds being fired away and spammed through that door. And it's just a distraction, in fact, because Swisher has allowed his teammates to gain a lot of space towards the B side. That frag helps a lot. Mango will trade him out, probably pick up the dualies afterwards, or maybe stick around with that USB. Either way, Shagzula's going to plant that bomb. And Bad News Bears have a 4v4 post-plant defense on their hands. Blaze coming through. Did he see Janji? What the heck was that about? Anyway, Janji won't go down, in fact. Now he does. Missed him finding a 2K. But Spongy swings around, finds himself a second and a third. Then Junior wraps it up. Oh my goodness. Spongy, what did he eat before this match? Because he is on fire. 15-1 in favor of the Bad News Bears. They have 14 opportunities to close this one out.
I want to know what Spongy ate, because, man, this guy's playing on another level right now. I mean,
Yeah.
he's a good, solid player. We were hyping him up before that Payton series, but this is a really good look from Spongy. He seems dialed in there. But one thing to note overall, though, for Bad News Bears, it's a general jovial mood. Like, look at Spongy. He's going to get taken down first, and there's no bad reaction on his head. Swisher's going to get traded. He actually gets 2 here, so perhaps ATK can get another round, leaving it all down to Junior, who does have the most serious look on his face out of the BNB side. There's a lineup!
No!
And